Hi, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop for series number 2, part number 6 on this Santa that we're doing, the new style. Right away I want to be able to tell you how to do the arms. Now I went over this with the other Santa. What you want to do is take your pencil and use this finger and place your pencil somewhere and use your finger as a guide to make all your lines. They will fit everywhere. You notice, okay? And then you do the front, both fronts. And then what you want to do is measure where you want the bottom of your arm and the elbow. So you measure it, put a little line there, a little line on the other side. And then you're going to measure where you want to put your first line at the top here. So, you know, kind of make them match. And then have another line on either side to match it and to go around to match it. So all this stuff should measure exactly where you have it designed, you know, to even it up. Let's go back to the face for a second. I did round off the mustache a little bit, and I cleaned it all up. I carved that ridge off the mustache is what you need to do yet. I need to yet cut the ridge off and go a little deeper here for the beard. And then later on we'll put the beard in and the mustache. The detail there is the same thing that you're going to do to the hair on the back of the Santa. But right now we're going to start on the body. And once you have this all drawn up, you know, taking your measurements, and you know, this is a great way to measure. You don't need a ruler or anything. It saves time that way. What you want to do is take your knife, and what we're going to do is and then I also marked off where the shoes and boots will be, okay, at the bottom of the Santa, as you see here. I'm trying not to take for granted that you saw the first one, so that if this is your first carving you're doing and you didn't see my very first carvings, I recommend that you look at that. It might have a little more detail on how to do this arm. What you want to do is want to push in pretty hard, you know, pretty decent. You can rock it once in a while. Another stop cut, and then what you want to do is just bring your knife up like that, okay? We want to do the same thing to the other side. Well, let's stick with one side. And then what you want to do is take your knife to the front and push it in on the line, put another stop cut, and then turn it and bring it up like so. Alright? And then we're going to cut that part out. Oops, shouldn't have pulled on that. That's a no-no. But okay, what you want to do is you want to cut that out like that. Okay, you don't want to go too far past here because we want to put the pocket portion in. Okay, so that's what we want to do there. Later on in my series, I'll start doing folded hands, hands behind a tree or holding something. I like to do some snowmen as well. And I'm just going to do this one side so you can see how it's done, and you can duplicate the other side the same way. Okay. Okay, what we want to do here in the back is we want to put our knife in. Make it sure it's the same length. I'm going to go a little lower here. And you want to follow this all the way down, and then you want to turn it to go underneath, and just follow that all the way to the end, like that, okay? Then you're going to stop cut. And that one can go a little deeper. But you want to make sure that it's straight in. You don't want to go at an angle too much, otherwise you're going to hack part of the elbow off. It won't look right. And then you want to come up and around like so, and take this portion off. Okay, so we're going to do another pass. like so. Okay, that's what we need to do. Alright, so that's how we get our arms out of our block. And then do the same thing with the other side, and then I'll show you quickly how to do the feet. The boots, what you want to do is you want to make a one-stop cut on the you want to make a half oval shape with, you know, a rounded shape for the boots. It can be any height, but you don't want it real tall. And what you want to do is put a stop cut on the very top in the front, okay? And then you want to just chop that portion out like that, okay? And then you want to go to the side where the line comes down. You want to put another, you want to go in a little ways, and you want to chop that out, okay? And you're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Another stop cut, and chop it out. Alright. And then once you get those 3 cuts done, you want to just take your knife and do another stop cut like that on either side. It's important for you folks to wear your glove if you're new to this, because this is where you can slip and cut yourself a lot of times when you're working on the edges and things. So, but don't be discouraged, you know, if it doesn't turn out right. And, you know, I wish you folks do me a favor. If you do any of these Santas, could you please email me a photo of your very first Santa? I would love to see what they're like. And don't feel bad if it didn't turn out exactly as you planned. But what I would like you to do is, if you're going to follow my series, if you could do that for me, and then every time you do another one, just send me another picture of it. You'll notice such a difference in a year if you keep at it. Or if you do 2 or 3 of the same one, it will be vastly different. And then you can even go back and look at those pictures and say, man, why didn't I see this or that? That's part of the learning process with this. So if you'd be so kind and send me a photo of your finished Santa for my teaching video, I would love to have it. You know, if you can be so kind to do that for me. Thanks again for all the good comments. I've enjoyed doing this for you. And we'll keep it up. We'll keep doing some new and different Santas. We'll do some miniatures before long. This is the same thing, but a very teeny tiny one. You know, and this is the one with a tree. So there's all different kinds we can do to fill up our time. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to just put a little notch in the front to separate the boots. One stop cut, deep stop cut on the top. And you're just going to follow that up like this and like this. See? And then we're going to round all that off so it looks like a boot, like 2 little shoes underneath there. And that's